Welcome, and thanks for choosing MissingPage.com. In this video tutorial, we'll take a brief look at how you can create a conditional greeting message from a grandfather to a young granddaughter. It will be delivered on her unknown future event, such as a wedding day, that the grandfather may not be alive to see. After logging in, we can begin by clicking on the Page button here to the left, and we will create a wedding greeting to be delivered at a future date. On our first tab, titled Recipients, we can list the contact information of the granddaughter, and we have the option of using an email address, phone number, or both for delivery of our page. In the uppermost field, let's name the page Grandpa's Greetings from Heaven, and fill out the rest of the contact information below. I am choosing to send this page to the granddaughter's email address and phone number. Please note that at the bottom we can click to add multiple recipients in case the granddaughter has multiple email addresses. It is always recommended to enter multiple email addresses in the event that one of the email addresses is deactivated for any reason. At this point, we can click on Next, and for the Record Upload tab, the grandfather can record a video or audio message or upload a pre-recorded video greeting along with a gift certificate, bond certificate, or a copy of a will as a wedding gift. But for this example, I'm going to upload a video greeting and a bond certificate with a future maturity date. So I'll click on the Upload Files tab, click on Choose Files, and upload the files from my hard drive. We're presented with the Explorer window. You'll have a Finder on the Mac. I'll then select my video file in PDF document, click Open, and then click on Upload. We can now see our file names and their size, and we have a field where we can enter a description. So let's go ahead and complete this field with a relevant description such as congratulatory video and bond certificate. Let's click on Next, and we're taken to the Maturity tab. On our Maturity tab, we can specify the date on which the recipient will receive the notification. Since the wedding is something that the grandfather doesn't know when will happen, we want to choose Add an Executor as an option. Here we can add one of the parents of the granddaughter as an executor without setting a maturity date. But we also need to fill out an earliest notification date. And once this date has arrived, the executor, or our parent in this example, will receive a monthly reminder to set the maturity date. Here, we will set January 1st of next year as the earliest notification date. I will also set the time of notification, as well as the correct time zone. In the Note to the Executor, we will request the wedding date to be set as the maturity date. Clicking Next, we have our Description tab. Here, we can enter a description of the page that will be sent as a message to the recipient by email. I'll enter my description. Let's now move on to our final tab by clicking Next. Here, we can see a summary of the page that we have created, including the name of the page, description, the recipients, and the maturity date. This is a great place to double check that all of our information is correct. At the very bottom of this tab, we have the option to Publish on Newsfeed. If this checkbox is selected, then all of the uploaded files of the page will be published on the newsfeed upon maturity, which can be viewed by all users of MissingPage.com. Now that we have double-checked that all of our details are correct, we can click on Submit. We'll then be presented with a confirmation window that shows our page was successfully saved. Let's click on OK. And now the message is sealed and stored in a secret vault until the wedding occurs. At this point, we can click on our Missing Page avatar or name, and then navigate to My Pages. And here we can view our recently created page or any others that we have created in the past. When the earliest notification date arrives, the email address and phone number listed for the executor will receive a notification indicating that they are designated as an executor, with the message listed in the page. The executor is required to create an account on MissingPage.com to set the maturity date. Here, we can see an example of what that email will look like that the executor receives. The executor can click on the View Info button, and it will take him to the Receives tab of My Pages. As you can see here, the Executor radio button is selected, and the page created by the grandfather, which is a congratulatory message, can be seen here. Clicking on the Add Maturity Date button will take you to a screen where you can set the maturity date. Once the executor sets the maturity date, the creator of the page, the grandfather in this instance, will receive an email about the maturity date. Now the page will be stored securely on a remote server until the maturity date arrives, which can be several years later. Upon maturity, an email and/or text message will be sent to the email addresses and phone numbers listed for the granddaughter with a claim code for her to claim the page. The granddaughter can create an account on MissingPage, log in, and using the claim code, she can view the messages sent by the grandfather. And this concludes our tutorial on adding an executor.